Today we're going to have a look at setting up a personal monthly budget and making sure we don't spend money that's already allocated. In this example, we have one source of income, it's a salary, and we've got a fortnightly amount, and then no other sources of income coming into the account, and this is our total for the month. Here we have outgoings, so anything that goes out of the account where this is going in needs to be counted as outgoing, and then this is total for the month. Then to calculate how much you have remaining in the month, you take your income total minus your outgoing total, which gives you the remainder for the month. And this then is broken down to, so how much do I have in the week and how much can I not spend and how much can I spend. So let's see how we can set up a budget. So when we open up Excel, instead of opening up a blank one, we can go to their templates and click on more and then type in budget. Then you can scroll through and have a look at whether you want a personal budget, a college budget, family budget. And when you click on it, you can have a preview before you choose the budget. But if you're like me, I actually like setting up a budget from scratch because then that helps me understand how the budget is set up, how the formulas work, and how I can customize that budget to suit what's incoming and outgoing. So if you're like me, I'm actually going to show you how to set up from scratch, and then I'll explain how the formulas work and how you can customize the budget for yourself. So let's get started. So in our blank worksheet, we just need to come through and populate these columns. So if you know a weekly figure, then the figures will come in here. If you only know fortnightly figure, it comes in here for your income. And if you know the monthly figure, it comes in here. What we're aiming to do is have a monthly budget. So weekly and fortnightly figures will need to be converted to a monthly figure. Then we do the same for outgoings. So we're going to have a look at what if we only know a fortnightly figure. So if our income is 1993.03, how do we get a monthly figure? You will be tempted to multiply this by 2, but there are some months that have an uneven amount of weeks. Some have 4 and some have 5. So we need to make sure that we've got an average amount in here. What we need to do is do a calculation. So whenever we're doing a formula, you do an equals in the cell where you want the calculation. And then we want to take this figure, a fortnightly figure, so it's picked it up in our formula area, and then multiply this by 26 because there's 26 fortnights in a year. So we're getting a yearly amount first times 26. Then we convert it back to a monthly figure. So divide, which is a /, divide by 12, push enter. So that's our fortnightly amount. Any other income coming into your account needs to be added here. So if you're a student and you've got a student income coming in or a scholarship, anything like that, that will come in here. I'm just going to put 0, and you could have a benefit coming in, some sort of government benefit or any other benefit at all. You can put these figures in here. So I've left these cells here for you to customize. If you don't have any other income, then do it the same as me, just your monthly salary or whatever income you have, leave it there. Then we need a total. So again, we have to do a calculation, equals. Now Microsoft have this wonderful button off the Home tab, and then all the way across in the ribbon under Auto Sum, do a drop down and do Sum. Now it's asking us to verify cell D3 all the way down to D6. I'm going to accept that because in the future I may have other income coming into my account, and then these cells here, which are currently empty, can be used and they will be included in the formula. Then you push enter. Now outgoings, these are for, I'm basing the monthly budget on consistent amounts, so they're not variable, they're not going to change from month to month, so these are consistent. So we've got a rent monthly amount of 1,200, and then utilities 200. Cell 40, this is monthly amount. Broadband, cable, whatever you're on. Public transport, so you may be catching bus, train, etc. Again, put the figures in that are yours. Now the doctor, I have a quarterly visit which is $75. So what I've done off to the side here is I have made a record of that $75 quarterly. So what we need is a monthly amount. So again, I'm going to make it a yearly amount first. So we click in here and do equals, and then up in the formula it's picking cell N13, which is this one, and we're going to times it by 4, and that will give us a yearly amount. Then down here I've done equals, and I want the yearly amount and divide that by 12. That gives us a monthly amount. So set aside $25 a month for the doctor. Obviously you're not going to the doctor every month, but you need that money set aside. Also for prescriptions, I've done another formula box here, $22.02 every quarter. Then multiply that by 4 and then divide that by 12. So set aside $7.34 per month for prescriptions. Dentist is $200 and for 2 visits in a year. So I've put this across to the side to remind myself, and then multiplied that by 2 and then divided that by 12, and that's our figure that we need to put aside. This money should not be spent. We need that money. Now for food, we've got a weekly amount. So to do that, we need to do equals to start the formula. Then click on that cell, and then we're going to times this by 52. So the asterisk for multiplication, times by 52 because we want the yearly amount, divide by 12 will give us the monthly amount, and this will be our average month, $799.98 for food. Personal care, so this is getting your hair done, that sort of thing, and I've allowed $50 a month. Obviously you're not spending that each month, but you need to set it aside. Entertainment, again, not always every month, but just set some money aside. And then if you own a car or you're planning to get a car, then keep in mind that these cells are customizable. So at the moment we're using public transport, so not using a car. So there's no or in a fitness, there's no insurance, no gas or petrol. There need to be car registration. So if you do own a car, then put these figures in. then we need to do a calculation for how much money is going out. So do equals, then on our auto sum button, click the drop down arrow and sum. And again, accept these empty cells because later on you may need to populate these. Whatever other expenses you have, you'll put them here and do the totals here. They will be added into the calculation. Then push enter. Now we need to know how much we've got left in the month. So we do equals to start our formula. We take our total income and then up in our formula box do a minus, which is a dash, and minus the total amount going out of the account and push enter. So it looks like a lot, but when you break it down, let's break it down. So what does that mean? How much do I have in the account each month? So we're going to do equals, this is a month, and we're going to divide by, actually I'm going to times by 12 to get an average amount, and then divide by 52 to get a weekly amount. So we have $376.06 in the week, which could be available to spend, but obviously it depends on what other outgoings you have, so this figure may decrease. Alright, thank you for watching.